While most entrepreneurs stay stuck, my clients are scaling to 6-figure months. Now, here's the crazy part. They're working fewer hours than when they made $30,000 a month. Now, I'm not gonna say you're gonna do the same exact thing. I'm not making income claims or guarantees or any of that by you watching this video. Everybody's results vary. I'm just sharing with you what I see in work. I don't know you, I don't know your business, I don't know your work ethic. But here's what I can say. Everyone thinks they need more offers, more marketing, more everything. And that's exactly backwards. You actually scale by subtraction. The real winners master what I call the rule of one. And I've proven this approach works time and time again after personally generating over $25 million in revenue. And this is in sales, we're talking about actual cash collected. And while I can't guarantee your results, what I will do is show you the exact framework right now and let you choose how much you want to make with it. But heads up, this breaks every scaling rule that you've ever heard. First off, most people can't get to $1 million because they haven't specialized. I often say that most entrepreneurs are too busy to make any real money. Many of them are trying to be everything to everybody. They have flawed thinking like, well, I don't want to leave money on the table. Here's the newsflash. Trying not to leave money on the table is leaving money on the table. Making $1 million a year ain't got nothing to do with working hard. And it's got everything to do with solving a specific problem. A popular thing that I hear people say is you gotta have multiple streams of income. Here's what I found though. Multiple streams of income is a tool of the rich, not a tool to get rich. I was actually having this conversation with my daughter several years ago, and she was arguing me because I'm telling her, because she's amazing at what she does. She has multiple different businesses, and I was like, hey, listen, because she's multi-skilled, multi-talented, and I was like, if you focus on one thing, you'd be absolutely dangerous. And she was arguing with me, and I was like, if you find one person who's done multiple different things to build something, I'll give you $1,000. And she's still to this day, probably about 5+ years later, hasn't been able to do it. Let me give you a visual of what I mean. So the first thing you gotta do is build a big body of water. If you think about rivers and lakes and things of that nature, they all come off a big body of water, right? But what most entrepreneurs do, they don't take the time to build one big body of water. They're just focusing on building all the streams. In reality, the streams aren't flowing, they're just little mud puddles, right? So when you build a big body of water, let's just say this is your personal brand where you specialize on this specific thing. And let's say you have a consulting program where you charge $15,000 or more. Or let's say you're a therapist or whatever that may look like. And then as a result of that, as you grow this big body of water, what may happen is certification programs may break off of that. Books may break off of that. Speaking may break off of that. Movie deals, and the list just goes on and on and on. But this all came from you building one big body of water. One of my favorite examples is Jay-Z. Jay-Z is a billionaire not because he started multiple companies. He specialized on one thing, and once he built this brand, now he's able to get equity in these other companies. He has a portfolio of companies where he's a billionaire, and he's not the owner of any of these companies. And guess what he did? He focused on one thing and building a big body of water, and then all these streams began. So you can't have multiple streams when you don't have one stream flowing that's turned into a big body of water. You have to choose to be the best in the world at one thing. People who are average at a lot of things will never make as much money as people who are masters at their one thing. And I get it. A lot of times I hear people, well, I'm great at a lot of different things. What about this? What about this? What about this? And it's like, well, yeah, that's okay. But it's like, what are you looking to build? Are you want to build something where you have true premium positioning and you get to where you want to be faster and more streamlined? Or do you want to hustle and have a lot of different placements? Let me give you another visual. So let's say this is you. This is your main hub, right? Let's say 7 days. You got 5 different businesses going that you're trying to get off the ground. You got one, you move this one a little bit this day, 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 right? That's one example. Now, let's say those same 5 days, same thing, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you just move this one forward. Look how further you are just by focusing on this one thing. Steve Jobs said the success they had with Apple isn't because of how many things that they did. He said the success of Apple is because of the amount of things that they said no to. So let's break down the rule of one. You're gonna start off with one problem you solve. How do you make a lot of money? By solving the problem. The bigger the problem you solve, the more money you can make. And this is something I even teach my kids. If they want to make money, they find out, I ask them, what problem can you solve? So when they ask me, hey, how can I make some money? Can I get $10 to do this? Can I get it? I'm like, well, you're asking the wrong problem. Ask yourself, what problem can you solve? Second is your one target audience. You can't be everything to everybody. Believe it or not, even Walmart, they have a huge customer base, but they don't target everybody. They actually have a huge amount of people who don't like Walmart. Me being one of them. I hate going to a Walmart. But they're not concerned about if Mark don't like Walmart. They have millions and millions and millions of customers who absolutely love them. And then you have one Godfather offer. This is an offer they can't refuse. Now, for it to be a Godfather offer, it has to have 3 components. It has to be premium price. Typically with our clients, that means it needs to be $3,000 to $10,000 or more. It has to be leveraged, meaning you can serve one to many, and it's not all dictated based on your individual time. And it has to be an elegant solution, meaning it's simple and can get individuals results over and over and over again. Many people think that you have to sell somebody something lower ticket, like a lower price something, before they actually upgrade to buy something else. And you don't. Some people ask me, well, Marco, if I'm early in the phase, should I charge low prices first and then increase my price? And I'm like, no, start premium and then you can go downstream, because how you start out, your pricing has everything to do with your branding. So if you think about Tesla actually started out as a premium brand, and then they rolled out to the masses. Or if you think about Vera Wang actually started out selling premium price wedding dresses. And now when people sit in Target, they jump on it because they see it as a premium option that is more accessible now. Or if you think about Rolls-Royce, you can get a Rolls-Royce Wraith for about $350,000. If Rolls-Royce rolled out a $30,000 version of it, will people still buy it? 100%, because they'll see it as a more affordable Rolls-Royce, but they started out premium. But if you think about a Kia charges about $30,000 to $40,000. If they decide they want to get into the luxury realm and roll out a $350,000 version, will people still buy it? No, they're going to just see it as an expensive Kia just because of how they position themselves out the gate. So this is why many car companies who sell lower price cars and they sell premium price cars, they actually do it under totally different companies, so people don't put them in the same buckets. So when you choose your mountain, you go from being a commodity chasing millions of different people to becoming an asset where people reach out to you, ready to work with you, credit card in hand. And many times they'll reach out to you and say, you've been on my vision board to work with. I know this is going to be expensive, but I know you're the best at what you do. You'll be shocked how many people are out there trying to convince people that they're the cheapest and they're the best. But human psychology tells us that the best is never the cheapest, and the cheapest is never the best. So why spend your time trying to convince people of something differently? Now from there, you want to have one marketing funnel, not multiple complex funnels. One of my favorite is an elevator funnel. And here's why I call it the elevator funnel. Because many times we've heard people say, well, you got to charge something, you got to get something for free, and then you charge like $3, and then you might upsell to like $97, and then you upsell to $297, and then you upsell to $97, and blah, blah. And like, that's typically an ascension ladder type funnel, right? And does that funnel 100%? We actually even have one of those. However, we didn't start there, and we didn't have one to get us across the multi-million dollar mark. We actually had the elevator funnel. And why do I call it the elevator funnel? Where if you're at a hotel, one way you can get up to the 10th floor is you can go up the steps, right? But if you're going to get to the 10th floor faster, what do? You go up the elevator, right? So we call this the elevator funnel, where you send people, you have traffic, right? Which I'm gonna talk about in a second. You have traffic, whether that's, social media, whether that's paid ads, whether that's TV or whatever, or direct mail or whatever the case may be. And then you send them over to what we call a squeeze page or landing page, capture page, whatever you want to call it. This is where you have a big promise that you're going to give them. They give you their name, email, phone number, and then you give them something of value for free. We call this a demonstration of value asset, because I believe the best way to prove to people you can help them is by actually helping them. So on this page, you're going to, congratulate them on getting access to it. It might be a short video where you educate them and prove to them why you're the best fit for them. And then from there, you invite them to schedule a call with you. And then from there, they go over and apply to work with you. They go to a confirmation page, and then they show up to a call with you or someone on your team. Typically, only about 10% of those individuals are going to book a call immediately. So what you want to make sure you do is once they opt in here is you have an email follow-up sequence that continues to nurture them, that pushes them back to more money content, which pushes them back to apply. And you do that over and over and over again. And then the second thing you want to have, I know I mentioned multiple traffic sources over here, but you really just want to have one. You really want to get one that's working for you, and then you can begin to traffic stack. I recommend having a paid one, because then you can scale it at will. So it can be Meta ads, it can be YouTube ads, or whatever platform you choose. I personally recommend Meta ads because it's typically the easiest one to get started with. It also covers Facebook, Instagram, Threads, and even WhatsApp. And then from there, you're going to be building an email list. So you want to have one email per day going out. Well, now you're nurturing these individuals. These aren't all sales-based emails. These, again, continuing to show individuals that you're the ideal choice for them. If you got an email list and you're not emailing them daily, you're leaving money on the table. Because Google did a study and they found that before somebody makes a buying decision, on average, they need 7 hours of content, 11 different touch points, and 4 different locations. So as you're building this pipeline, you want to continue to nurture this pipeline. And then you want to have one piece of high-value video content per day. Your email and your daily content is your TV show. So individuals want to be able to plug in consistently. My wife and I love Law & Order SVU. We love Chicago PD. And when it's not on, we're bummed out. Like right now, the season isn't on, but we're bummed out and we're actually looking forward to it. So some of our favorite shows now, they come on once a week, and it's like we're looking forward to them and we make sure we watch them. So you want to make sure you have a rhythm and a cadence that individuals look forward to. Ideally, you want it to be daily in some way, shape, form, or fashion, because people are looking for content and they're looking for solutions every single day. So you want to be available when they're searching. I like to use Oprah, for example. When Oprah was on TV, she was on every single day, and now she's a multi-billionaire. Success leaves clues. And then you want to give yourself 1 year, not to add more stuff and make it more complex, but to refine and make it simpler. And guess what? For you to get better, because you only get better with the reps. Now, I'm not saying if you do this for a year, you're going to make $1 million. Nope. What I will say, if you do this consistently and you focus on the process and get better, it will get you closer to that $1 million a year than you are right now. The beautiful thing about the time we live in right now, you can actually build a multi-million-dollar business by talking and typing. And you can do it from the comfort of your home, but most people won't even do that. I hope you're not one of most people. Now, let's wrap this up. So the rule of one is focus on solving one problem for a specific audience with one specific Godfather offer that you can look people in their eyes and say, this is the thing that's going to get you to the ideal results. You want to have one marketing funnel where you can nurture and bring them into your world. You want to have one traffic source where you can get unlimited leads coming to you every single day. You want to send out one email per day so you can actually nurture these leads. And when you're creating content consistently, it's actually going to help make your ads more profitable. Most business owners don't get to $1 million a year simply because they're not willing to do what it takes. This is why most business owners, I think less than 4% of business owners actually get to $1 million a year. They're not willing to become the person that it takes to run a multi-million-dollar business. And part of becoming that person is doing the things that's required. You have to become the person who's willing to follow a simple system that, like I just laid out to you. Many think they can do subpar average activities every day, but get results. And it don't work like that. If you want to have the body of an athlete, you have to train like an athlete. There is no secret to success. I know people have said that. Success is a system, and I just gave you the system. If you're ready to implement the rule of one in your business and want help build your $1 million system, I got something for you. Click the link in the description and schedule a free strategic scale session with my team. We'll help you design your rule of one, create a plan to scale, and help you implement it. The link is in the description below. We'll help you identify or refine your one problem, dial in your one audience, and build or refine your Godfather offer. And then we'll look at your marketing funnel that you currently have or help you build out one and help you pick the right traffic source and help you turn that traffic source into a limited flow of ideal leads coming into your pipeline. And then from there, we'll help you customize your email marketing strategy and your content strategy. And of course, we'll help you implement it, not give you a ton of videos and trainings for you to go figure it out on your own because you're probably already busy. So we help you do all this, myself and our team. The link's right there in the description. Go tap it right now and go schedule your free strategic scale session. And if you want to see the biggest mistakes that keep entrepreneurs stuck at or below 6 figures, check out this next video right here, why 97% fail at business, marketing mistakes to avoid. I break down exactly what keeps most entrepreneurs stuck and how to avoid it. Click the link right now.